So, which variable did you get by itself? Olivia Carr.
I write something in a second.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll let Olivia pick that. So we're going to subtract x over here, right? We got to get one of the variables alone. I would have gotten either the y's or the x on the right by itself, because those are easiest to get by itself, right? Do we remember this? Now, what do I do with that negative x plus 8? I substitute it into the other equation, right? You know what we do? So, 2x plus, and then it's negative x plus 8 instead of y. We substituted that in. So 2x minus x would just be x plus 8, right? Subtract 8. So x is negative 7. That's what you said, right, Cole?
Yeah.
And then we're going to substitute negative 7 over here, right? So y equals negative of negative 7 plus 8, which makes it positive 7 plus 8. So negative 715 was the correct answer. Good job there, Everly. What you got? Okay. What? Wait a minute. Look, who did better in the last test?
Who got a better grade in class? Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're going to be doing some solving again, a system. Hoser, what's going on? Really? Yeah. All right, so we're going to be solving some systems again today, except you're going to have to write the system after you read the problem. Okay? So that's where we're headed. But I'm going to show you a way that you're going to love me for to solve it. I guess you guys love me anyway, so that's okay. Right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. That's okay. All right, we started at number 2 for homework, correct? Yes. Number 2 was a yes, and the dimensions were 4 by 3. Number 3 was a no. Number 4 was a yes, and the answer matrix would have been 9 by 9. 5 was also a yes, 5 by 5. 6 was also a yes, 6 by 6. And 7 also was a yes, 2 by 2. Any questions on 2 through 7? You're just making sure the number of columns of the first one is equal to the number of rows of the second one, right? Then we can multiply them. Number 8, B times A is negative 4. I'm reading it across the top of the row of the matrix. Negative 4, 34, 12. Bottom row 6, negative 2, 3. Number 9, CA. It's a 3 by 3, top row. Negative 2, negative 18, negative 9. Middle row, 4, 29, 15. Bottom row, negative 2, 3, 0. Number 10, C times B is possible. It's a 3 by 2 matrix. The top row, negative 11, negative 9. Middle row, 18, 16. Bottom row, 1, negative 3. Number 11, DC is not possible. And the last one, number 12, is 4. Oh, it's a 2 by 2. Top row, 4, 2. Bottom row, 1, negative 3. Again, if you're multiplying by I, the identity matrix, you get the exact same thing you started with. Any of those you want to go over? Any issues on the calculator? Calculator makes it easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So. All right, so page 284, number 38 is the type of problem we're going to do now. Okay? So, let's see if I can get it, if I can find it. If I go to my home page, right, and go down to book pages, right, I should be able to pop it up there, right? This is chapter 4, and I'm looking for page, what did I say, 284? There it is. All right. Can I make this bigger? Right here? Can you guys see that? Read that. A laboratory has one solution of 15% hydrochloric acid and one solution of 40% hydrochloric acid. A mixture requires 50 liters of 35% hydrochloric acid. Is that the one I said to do? Oh, this is a tougher one. We could do it. No. Let's do 34. There it is, okay.
Good old 5-step problem.
All right, so this problem will prepare you for multi-step test prep. We'll prepare you for what we're gonna do. At a carnival, 2 meals and 7 rides require 24 tickets, while 4 meals and 13 rides require 46 tickets. Let X be the number of tickets for a meal and Y be the number of tickets for a ride. Write the problem as a system of equations. Okay, so. X was what? Meals? Right? So 2x. Will it let me write on there? Maybe not. All right, so 2, I'll just write it out. 2 meals. 2 meals. Was it 7 rides?
Yeah.
It was 24 tickets, right?
4 meals, 13 rides.
Thank you. 4 meals, 13 rides, 46 tickets. Wow. All right, so who can give me 2 equations?
Wait, meals was X, right?
Right. Meals were X and rides were Y.
2X plus 7Y equals 24.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
2x plus 7y is 24. What's the other one?
4X plus 13Y equals 46.
So there's our system of equations. All right? We have learned 3 ways. One way we did earlier today, what was it called? Substitution. What's another way? Elimination. What's the third way? What was on the last test? Graphing, right? Those were the 3 ways. All right, today we're going to learn a 4th way. Okay? when you do this method, you have to line everything up like we did for elimination. X's and Y's on the left equals, and then the numbers on the right, just like this is. All right? Any issues with the two equations? That was pretty easy to do, wasn't it? Okay, what we're going to do is use matrices to solve. Okay? So we're going to make the coefficients the A matrix. What's the dimensions? 2 by 2. And we're going to make the numbers the B matrix, which is what dimension? See where I get the numbers? Do I put any variables in my matrix? No, just the coefficients. Okay, just the numbers in front. Okay. If one of these was negative or a minus sign, then this would be a negative 13, let's say, if that was minus. Okay. If something's missing, maybe it said, 4 meals was 46 tickets. What's your coefficient for Y then? Because not one there. What is nothing? 0, yes, 0, not a 1. Okay, if it was, 4x plus y is 46, then the 1 is there, right? But if it just said 4x equals 46, then there'd be a 0 in that spot. You with me? So sometimes you might have to put zeros in, right, John? Okay, so we do that. Once we get it set up, we make these numbers my A matrix and this number a B matrix. It's called like a matrix equation, all right? But I don't really mess with the matrix equation part. I just show you which one's A and which one's B. Okay? So put those in your calculator, A and B, please. Nope.
Oh, yeah,
I got mine in. You guys got yours in? Let me know when you got them in. If you need more time. Yes, ma'am.
Are we going to use like the written way for or
For these, we're going to do the calculator. So you need this graphing calculator for the rest of this week's assignments. Okay? You need the graphing one. So make sure you find one. If you can't find one, talk to me. We'll figure something out. All right? Anybody still need help getting those two in? Okay. So remember, when we solve an equation, we move stuff from one side to the other, right? Like if I wanted to move this 2x over there, I would do what? Subtract it. 2x and negative 2x are called inverses, right? They're additive inverses. Okay? So the way you solve this is you're going to put in your calculator A inverse B. Okay? So you're going to put A in, Then you're gonna hit the inverse button, which is the one that you hit to get to matrix, but you don't hit second, right? That x to the negative 1, isn't that the button you're hitting? That's x to the negative 1 power, that button you've been hitting. Okay, that gives you the negative 1. Then make b pop up, hit enter, and what two numbers are we gonna get? Oh, we don't know. I was gonna do the other. We'll go back and do the one we started with today. And I'll show you that it's the same thing. Okay, but if I go, how do I get A to pop up? Second matrix, just hit enter, right? A pops up. Then just hit that inverse button right there, the same one you've been in, but don't hit second. Then go, and then for B, hit 2, and then hit enter. So when you get this answer, the top number is the X value, and the bottom number is the Y value. Okay, so what is the question? First of all, let's go back and make sure we know what we're. All right, so we wrote, again, we're not worried about determinant right now. We skipped that stuff. The coefficient matrix and find its inverse, that's what we did. And to solve for X, A inverse B, right? So how many tickets are required for each item? So 5 tickets for a what? What was the X representing? A meal. And 2 tickets for a ride. Okay, that's what we were answering. Okay, so X was a meal, Y was a ride, right? So 5 tickets per meal and 2 tickets per ride. Okay? Make sure you answer the question. But this will, when you always put X, Y, and stuff, the top number is always the X, the bottom number is always the Y. Okay? So that makes a word problem pretty easy, because it's easy to write those equations using 2 variables. You're used to trying to solve these equations using 1 variable. Then you got to write everything in terms of X, let's say. Okay? So it makes it a little more difficult. But when you can use 2 different variables for your 2 things you're looking for, it's pretty easy to write the equation. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is do the one we did warm up and see if what should you get when you hit A inverse B? Negative 715. So do it. If you don't get it, let's figure out what we did wrong. You should get that. So do the warm-up problem using matrices. It doesn't matter which equation you put on top and which one on the bottom. It'll work either way. Did you do it already? Okay, so these are the 2?
Yeah.
All right, so plug in A, go to A. So you already know it's 2 by 2, so just hit enter question. So it's 2 by 2. Right. It's just those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so put those 4 numbers in. Sure.
I put gone.
You're right, it's 1.
Oh.
You're right. Could they be right? They could, but usually no.
Well, I meant to plug in.
Oh, for this? Yeah. No, it's 2, 1, 1. Go down to, go ahead.
Oh, it's because there is an extra one.
Yeah, there is an extra.
It's not
Go down to 2. Enter. 2 by 1, just hit enter twice.
Oh.
Get out of there. Let me show you something now. Go back to the quit. Just hit the second enter.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Anybody having issues? Afraid you won't hear you. Okay, don't worry about, when you wanna get out, you just hit second click, so you don't have to clear it, just go to edit. And, you know, it's a right here, right? Now just put your new numbers in. Anybody else need help? Calculator? Everybody getting, the negative 715? Is working? You figured it out? What do you mean, find the B? How do you get to their matrix? Yeah, and then go to B, huh? You go over that one. Two? Or 2 and 1, sorry. Right? Okay, so then you're gonna go, how do you get that A to show up? How do you get that?
We did a new one here.
All clear? Put that one. Okay. So then, matrix, or how do you get that? What is sort of name? I'm only gonna go 1, and that's. How do you get it to show up? Okay. It'll work. There's gotta be a way. You just have to. All right. So, yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. You got the right answer, right? Oh, I wanted to show you. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So I'm gonna do it real quick. So I'm gonna go back in the matrix and edit A, and I know it's a 2 by 2, and I'll put this as the top row and that as the bottom row. So 2, 1, 1, 1, right? Okay? You okay with that? There's a 2 behind here, right? I put this as the top row, so 2, 1, bottom row, 1, 1. Okay? So I'm gonna get out of there, and then go back in, and edit, and then go down to number 2, and hit enter, and that's a 2 by 1, so I just hit enter twice, and then I put the 1 was the top, and the 8's the bottom. So I got that in, then I get out of there. Okay, since the last thing I did was this, if you hit second enter, it'll put what you just typed in. So you don't have to go back and into the matrix and find A inverse B. It's already been done for you. So I just hit enter, and there's my 2 answers. So I wanted to show you that. Second enter puts in what you just typed in the last time. So you can just start hitting second enter once you change your matrix up. Okay? Any questions? So that's basically all you're doing, is you got like 6 word problems that you have to set up and solve using the matrix, all right? Since we have some time, I want to do the first one with you, okay? So here's the assignment. Page 282. So we'll go ahead and do number 10 together. Well, 10 and 11 and 12 are already set up for you. What's the next ones? 22, 23, and 24? They're already set up. Oh, 26 is the only one. Well, never mind. Okay? You guys, I'm not gonna help you. 26 is the word problem. So see if you can figure that out. We'll go over that tomorrow. There's only one word problem tonight.